Live from South Victory, this is WFAA News.
Okay, hopefully you know what that music means by now. It is Thursday and this is WFAA Academy. Now we know it's been tough on parents with kids learning at home, so we are giving you a little break, okay, with a half hour of educational content. Today, it's all about wellness, and while mom and dad, you can take a break if you want to. You can also join in on today's lesson of the day and work out with us.
Hi everyone, my name is Sonia Azad and we are going to do a little 7-minute stretch together today. So just for a little relaxation, shake off the cobwebs, and we'll get back to normal life a little re-energized, okay? So here we go. Find a comfortable seat. You can do this in a chair as well if you don't want to sit on the floor. We're just going to take the right ear to the right shoulder. Get a nice stretch through the left side of the neck. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. I'm going to try to hold each stretch for about 3 really good breaths. Okay, let's bring the chin down toward the chest and hit the second side. So left ear toward the left shoulder. So we're getting very long through the right side of the neck. So make sure that right shoulder doesn't creep up. You want it to stay grounded and down away from the right ear. Good, chin back toward the chest. Bring the head all the way up. Now we'll lateral bend. So right hand toward the right side of your body. Left arm reaches up and over. We're just getting a nice long stretch for the left side of your body, okay? Reach through the pinky finger, and those sits bones, the bones that you're sitting on, are connected to the earth. On your next inhale, come back up through center and switch sides. Left hand down, right fingertips reach up and over. Now make sure you keep that top shoulder back. So we want a nice proud chest. We don't want to hunch over, okay? Deep breath in and out through the nose. Good, come back to center and hands come back onto your legs. So we're gonna move to a cat-cow. So come into an all-fours shape. This means knees stacked underneath the hips and wrists stacked underneath the shoulders. On your inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. On the exhale, round out the spine, tuck the chin, curl the tailbone. And keep going like that. Inhale, slide the heart forward, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round out the spine, tuck the chin, curl the tailbone. Take that 2 more times on your own. We're just exercising the muscles around the spine. 1 more time. Good. Now we'll sink back into a child's pose. So your toes are together, heels come and meet the hips, forehead to the ground. Now, if your heels and your hips don't meet up, that's okay. And if your forehead can't reach the ground, you can stack your fists and bring your forehead on top of your top hand. In child's pose, your knees can be together. That'll make your low back feel nice and long, or your knees can be apart. I'm gonna stick with knees together today. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. 1 more. Good. Bring the body back up and just tuck the toes under. Sit back on your heels. Your hands are going to come onto your thighs. So we'll be here for about 30 seconds. And if you wear high heels a lot, you're going to feel this one. If you have issues with plantar fasciitis and the soles of your feet and the muscles in the bottom of your feet kind of get crampy sometimes, this may help. Just breathe in and out through the nose. You can even close your eyes and take yourself to a happy place. Don't think about the sensation. We're almost done. 3, 2, 1. Good. Hands come back down, and you can tap out the tops of the feet. Okay. Right foot forward for a low lunge. Now, you can keep that left knee on the floor, and we're going to scoop the hips forward. If you want, you can take the hands on your hips or to the top of the right thigh, or you can keep your hands on the floor. This is going to feel really nice on the psoas. Okay, that's the front sort of hip flexor muscles that wrap all the way around the legs. So if you sit for long periods of time during the day, you'll really enjoy this one. Deep breaths as we hold these stretches, you guys. Hands back down to the floor, hips move back, and just switch your legs. Left foot forward, hips scoop forward, and hands can be on the thighs, on your hips, or on the floor. Breathe in and out through the nose. Try to relax through the jaw. Good. Hands come back down to the floor and take a seat. Soles of the feet are going to come to together. Hands toward the ankles, and we're going to do a nice butterfly pose for the external rotators, those hips. Okay, imagine you have 2 lemons or oranges underneath your knees, and you're gonna squeeze the lemons, okay? If you want, you can forward fold, or you can stay upright. That's up to you. Just take about 3 good breaths here. And we're all done. You guys did a great job. I hope you feel good. And thank you so much for joining me. Health and happiness to all. Namaste.
I wish I was at home watching this, because I'd be like, no, I'm going to stay in bed. Thank you, Sonia. Appreciate that. Live look over Dallas right now. Looking pretty good out there. Greg has a forecast because things will be changing right after the break. Okay, time now for the weather. Greg, you know, I was asking people on Facebook earlier just kind of how's their day going? And one guy said he really wants to get a haircut, but his wife told him he can't get a haircut until the weatherman, Greg Fields, get a haircut. So my question for you, Greg, is when you getting a haircut? Because this man want to go get his haircut.
It might be today. It might be today. It's been 8 weeks, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's been a while. All right, let's get to weather. Before we get to weather, actually, yes, this is our time for our WFAA Academy, and I thank you to Sonia for what she did in the last segment there. Has us all relaxed now. But our weather question for today is, what is umbrophobia? Umbrophobia. Is it a fear of clouds, rain, severe weather, or snow? So I don't know if any of you have any phobias out there, but umbrophobia is a fear of clouds, rain, severe weather, or snow. We'll answer that coming up here in just a second. All right, let's get you on out there for you this afternoon, or late this morning, heading toward the afternoon hours. We're looking at those temperatures starting to warm up a little bit and skies clearing. We had the rain around earlier today, but you can see those winds. They're still going to be gusting up over 20 miles per hour. Weather, though, looking good. 79 degrees there right now. And as we bring you back over to Cedar Hill, looking at partly cloudy skies there, too. Already 80 degrees and those winds gusting to 17. So it's warm. It is humid out there, but the rain has tapered off, and we'll catch a nice break from that, it looks like, as we go through the afternoon. Looking at the satellite radar composite, you can see those showers and storms that we had that really weakened as they moved into North Texas here this morning, but did bring some gusty winds and some brief heavy downpours, but all that is behind us now. We'll have maybe a few isolated showers and thunderstorms in our far eastern and southeastern counties as we go through this afternoon, but otherwise we'll see those temperatures really warming up today. Up upper 80s, getting close to 90 in a few spots as we head into this afternoon. A little breezy out there as well, so we will be above that average of 83, so well above that it looks like for today. All right, as far as the timecast is concerned, again, not much in the way of rain as we go through this afternoon. Only some isolated to scattered showers in the far eastern and southeastern counties through the early afternoon, and we should be dry overnight as well. And for tomorrow morning, you see around 8 a.m. But as we go through the day, getting late into the afternoon, certainly heading into the evening hours on Friday, we'll have that next round of showers and thunderstorms developing mainly out to our west, and those will push down toward Dallas and Fort Worth as we head later into the evening, and those could be fairly strong too. So we'll have that low end risk that some of those could be strong, maybe severe as we head into the evening hours, heading on into Friday night. So keep that in mind. You see that severe weather outlook for Friday, marginal risk for most of North Texas and that slight risk a little farther west. So we are talking about that possibility for some hail and some gusty winds as we head into Friday evening and Friday night. Now, as far as Saturday is concerned, the weekend, it is going to be a wet one. It looks like we'll have periods of showers and thunderstorms ongoing as we go through the day on Saturday. Now, don't anticipate any severe weather, but some locally heavy rain will be possible on Saturday. So it's going to be pretty much a washout. Maybe not raining the entire time, but good chances for some rain and thunderstorms off and on throughout the day on Saturday. Now, by Saturday night, going into Sunday, the rain may linger into the early morning hours on Sunday, but then we start to see that tapering off as well. So we might get to salvage the latter half of the weekend as we will see some decreasing clouds, I think, heading on into Sunday afternoon and evening. So maybe not a total washout, but certainly Saturday might not be the best day to be out and about. Now, as far as the rainfall forecast is concerned, we are talking about upwards of 1-2 inches across most of North Texas and some locally higher amounts a little farther south. So here is that weekend forecast for you. As we head into today, we'll be in the upper 80s, and that's going to be the case tomorrow, maybe some mid 80s, but those late day showers and storms, that 60% coverage, that's going to be for tomorrow night. And then showers and storms are likely about a 70 to maybe 80% coverage on Saturday afternoon, 81 for that high. And then some leftover rain and thunderstorms maybe during the early part of Sunday, and then some decreasing clouds during the afternoon with a high around 82. Now that 10-day forecast for you getting us into next week will dry out a little bit more with those highs getting back into the mid and upper 80s through the middle of next week. All right, now let's get back to our WFAA Academy question for the day, which is ombraphobia is a fear of what? Is it clouds, rain, severe weather,
I said
snow?
Clouds.
And the answer is, you said clouds?
Yes.
It's actually a fear of rain. Now, a lot of folks do fear rainy days. It affects their moods. It brings on bouts of depression, and some folks feel like on a rainy day they might go out and get sick as well. So it is a real thing for a lot of folks.
My goodness, wow. Well, I don't have that fear, Greg. I'll be all out in the rain. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Okay, well, that wraps up our weather lesson today. Next, we're diving into a good book, and if you want to go ahead and grab your copy of Finding Esme, okay, we're making it easy for you. Just scan this QR code to download it. We also have information on how you can get an e-card from North Texas Libraries to get a free copy, or check out a free copy, that is. We'll be right back. Get your books, y'all. Picture perfect day out there. Hey, welcome back to WFAA Academy. Next up in our school day, it's all about reading. So grab your copy of Finding Esme by Texas author Suzanne Crowley. Yesterday's lesson was chapter 2. Today, we are moving into chapter 3. But if you're trying to catch up, no problem. We got you. Joining us as we read is Gwen Reyes from freshfiction.com. Welcome, Gwen.
Thanks, Tashara. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, let's talk a little bit about yesterday's chapter. What can you tell us about chapter 2?
So yesterday we spent a lot of time with Esme. I mean, we're going to be spending a whole bunch of time with her throughout the whole book since it's all through her perspective. But we woke up with a nosebleed and remembering that she had discovered some bones up on the hill across from her house. And while she's kind of reflecting upon that, she's also sort of unpacking and revealing the history about her father, who has left the family, and her mother, who is now sort of still a secretive figure throughout the house. But we're starting to learn a little bit more about how they met at one of the a revival that happened in their neighborhood. They met when they were 16 years old, and then after they fell in love, Harlan just couldn't find any jobs and ended up leaving the town of Hollis and abandoning his 2 children with his wife and his mom.
Wow. Okay, you told me today you wanted to discuss some of the themes also that people can be on the lookout for.
Yeah, so one of the things I'm definitely seeing throughout the book so far is the importance of family and the importance of sort of keeping the secrets that we have really close in. But also one thing that's really interesting that we're starting to see revealed is the power that Bee, who is Esme's grandmother, she has this special sort of ability to find lost things. And that's how she describes it in the book, is that she uses the power of water to be able to find people, lost items, cars, all kinds of things. But one thing that's really bothering Esme about this is the fact that she can't find her dad. And that's really, really upsetting to her because her grandma keeps saying that she has this ability and is sort of uncanny, but is not able to find the one person that she really wants to find.
I know, the one person she's been looking for this whole time within these first couple of chapters. Okay, I do want to backtrack a bit because I was on Facebook earlier and I had a lot of families saying that they were going to be tuning in for the first time. So if you're watching, hey guys, thanks for watching for WFAA Academy. So can you talk about what age group, what level this book is for?
Sure, absolutely. So Finding Esme is definitely geared for our readers somewhere between the ages of 10 and 14. It's middle grade, so it's something that you would probably be reading anywhere between 5th and 8th grade. And it's great for both boy and girl readers. There's really nothing that's kind of stopping either of them because it is going to be leading into an adventure story. So I think that that's going to really capture any reader that's really looking for a mystery, adventure, and also a little bit of touching with family.
Okay, you heard what she said, any reader. Okay, so if you're an adult and you want to stick around, yes, please join us for this book. What should people expect in chapter 3?
So in chapter 3, we're going to be meeting some new characters. Right at the end of chapter 2, we hear a knock on the door, and it turns out that it is Finch Aberdeen, who turns out is Esme's best friend. They go to school together, and they've known each other since they were 5. So we're going to get to see how Finch kind of comes into play in helping Esme do her search for not her grandfather, for her father, but also to help her investigate these mysterious bones that she discovered.
Okay, Gwen Reyes reading along with us, helping us out. Thank you so much, Gwen. Totally appreciate you helping us out here. Okay, we'll be right back with our next chapter. But if you still need to get the book, you guys, you can download it through this QR code. Take your camera on your cell phone, just snap it right there, or you can check with your local library for an electronic edition. There's the code there on your screen. Time now for chapter 3. Hopefully you did your homework, finished with chapter 1 and chapter 2, but time now for my first memory of Finch Aberdeen. We were 5 and he was sitting behind me at church, yanking on my hair. And when I turned around and stuck my tongue out at him, he told me I was uglier than a fence post buzzard. And I told him he was a Mr. Potato Head like all that, because I'd heard B say it once. Really, Finch didn't look anything like the rest of them low-down Aberdeens. I made him cry, then B pinched me for causing a scene, even though I was just repeating something she said. Better to keep your mouth shut, she says, and seem a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. She should talk, though, her mouth gets in trouble. My best friend ever since, even though B says I'm too old to be roadhousing and playing make-believe with the boy. Now B thinks it's not fitting anymore and it's high time I started wearing dresses instead of my old overalls. Now she even bought me some Rono, deodorant. And my armpits were stinking. Oh, we're gonna hold the mic here, okay? Said my armpits were stinking, but I'd hidden it under the sink in the bathroom I shared with Bo and June Rain. I wasn't ready to grow up. It had been a long time since I'd played with my chatty Cathy doll, but I wasn't ready for Maybelline kissing potion either. Besides, my bra looked the same in the front as it did on the back. I was never gonna grow up, whether I wanted to or not. Now, Finch was trying to grow his hair long like his brother Granger and the other Hollis High boys who were all trying to look like David Cassidy, but it wasn't quite working out because of his cowlick. Now, the cowlick was sticking up funny now as he stood at the door. his freckles tinged but blue-green from the cold rain. Now, Finch had a habit of rubbing his nose, pushing his thick glasses up, and then smoothing his cowlick down in one fell swoop. But it just made him look like a Prince Valiant from the comic strip, with glasses though, you know, like these. Well, what's wrong, Finch? I asked him, biting into a peach. I glanced nervously at Sol's heel. My stomach lurked as the image of that bone sticking out in the rain flitted through my mind. Now, over Finch's shoulder, I could see Bee collecting sugar pie back to her pasture, Miss Leela's geese waddling in a line behind them. Okay, guys, we're finishing up on page 29. Make sure you finish chapter 3 for your homework tonight. Okay, I'm going to count on it. So tomorrow we are going to do TGI Friday, and we are having some fun with trivia.
So tomorrow on WFAA Academy, we're going to have something called the 7-minute stretch. It's really exciting. It's a game show. We've never done this before, and you can play along at home. My guests tomorrow are Kara Sewell and Chris Lawrence, both of our friends here at WFAA. We're going to have topics of art and Harry Potter and Roman Empire and American history. It's going to be great. Come along. Play with me.
Okay, don't forget your homework. Make sure you finish chapter 3. And again, join us right back here tomorrow for trivia. That's it for us today, guys. You can join WFAA right back here at 4 p.m.